deploy.
All right, let's start off this week with Joe. Joe, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I am drinking the Orange Blossom Mandarin Wheat from the what brewer is that? Huss Brewing Company down in Phoenix.
You're
Phonics.
recording too, right?
I hope so. Let's see. No, yeah, I'm recording. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm drinking. As far as what I'm playing, Fallout 76 on the Xbox, Atlas on the Xbox, and Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the Xbox. That's it.
Sweet. Let's move on over to Miguel. Miguel, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
Monster. Overwatch and Mortal Kombat.
Sweet. All right.
They're
Moving
great.
on.
They're great, by the way, Chris. Just so you know, they're awesome.
Great. That's
They're
fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
That's great. All right. Moving on over to John. John, what are you drinking? What have you been playing this week, buddy?
I'm drinking Cozy Sweater Vanilla Milk Stout from Iron Horse Brewery in Ellensburg, Washington. It's a meal in a can.
You can get a little bit of white stuff on your mustache.
Is it chunky?
Call me, love me. This week I played a little bit of Insurgency Sandstorm and a whole lot of Overwatch.
We're back. We're back.
Yeah.
Those Overwatch fuckers are back.
And I believe that's all I've played this week.
You guys don't need
What
a
about
Bastion
you?
main, do you?
No.
We'll use one. Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Mystery Heroes. Yeah. What about you, Chris? What are you drinking and what have you been playing?
All right. So this week I am drinking a Tito's and Fierce Gatorade, the fruit punch and berry. So it's not bad. That's all I could grab for a mixer right away. So
Ran out of your goose.
no, I've got goose in the fridge.
No, there's still real geese over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been liking the Tito Buzz lately.
Uh,
Yeah, I've been enjoying it. So this week on my Xbox, I played a whole lot of Atlas and a little bit of Fallout 76, and that is pretty much me this week. All right, it's time for the news. Joe, are you ready, buddy?
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Source is VG247 this a week. Outer Worlds, After Party, and Subnautica and more are coming to the Xbox Game Pass. 7 new titles have been announced. Well, technically 6. Outer Worlds is a day 1 release for Game Pass. And starting on the 23rd, tomorrow, you will see the release of Xbox Play Anywhere title Lonely Mountains Downhill and Secret Neighbor. The latter is a follow-up to Hello Neighbor with multiplayer. So those of you that don't know, Hello Neighbor was kind of like a sneaky game where you had to break into your neighbor's house and find out what the fuck he was doing and then escape without him noticing you. So Secret Neighbor is the same thing, but multiplayer. Minute, M-I-N-I-T, which was recently a free download on the Epic Game Store, will arrive October 24th. The following day, October 25th, is the when Outer Worlds releases. Sorry about release dates, Demonic. After Party arrives on the 29th, followed by Lego Star Wars 3 on Halloween. And then November 7th, Subnautica will be available for Game Pass subscribers. So those of you that don't
There
know...
goes my thunder.
No dates this week! Earlier this month...
the day brought to you by Joe.
Everything that's on the Switch will be covered by Demonic, but everything else on Xbox is covered by Deuce. Earlier this month, Dishonored 2, Yooka-Laylee, World War Z, Fallout New Vegas, Chris, download it, Panzer Dragoon Orta, and Felix the Reaper arrived on Game Pass. Yay.
Sweet.
The latest Xbox Game Pass quest is also live, called the Fearless Femmes quest. So you can play as heroines, or whatever. I don't like to call them heroines because it's like heroin, the drug, but
Shoot 'em up.
heroines. Yeah.
Shoot him up.
In games such as Recore, Hellblade, Tomb Raider, and Alien Isolation to earn rewards.
John, you can play Hellblade. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, basically.
They're gonna get you. They're gonna get you.
They're gonna get you. Don't listen. Don't listen.
They're looking at you. They're following you.
I wish they would have done that in VR, honestly. If PlayStation would have done that in VR, I would have been all in, balls deep. Fallout 76 Big Wastelanders update is getting it delayed until 2020.
Shit.
I know. The game's update has been delayed until the first quarter, so it's going to need a little bit more time. Most polished update it can be. Continue to reevaluate and change your processes to make sure that the work we're doing hits our quality bar and yours. So basically it's going to be, I think this is the NPC update.
Yeah, it's the human NPC update.
Yeah, so the free Wastelanders update is intended to fix basically an issue by introducing human NPCs alongside full dialogue trees and missions. Bethesda is calling it one of the largest expanses we've ever done. So this is basically going to take Fallout 76 from just a strictly multiplayer game and make it the game that they should have released in the beginning. So Bethesda is releasing its #1 community requested feature for Fallout 76 next week: private servers.
Suicide?
Private servers.
Suicide.
Private servers.
Oh, okay.
In the future, the studio players will be able to mod these worlds too, just like in Skyrim, how you can, they turn the dragons into like Thomas the Train and stuff like that. Anyway, next, the Outer Worlds is enhanced for both PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. Those of you remember last week, I did not lie. BG24/7 reported that it was not enhanced for PS4 Pro, but the publisher clarified it because all the Sony ponies were like,
That's not fair.
Not fair. Yeah, so Private Division, which is the publisher, issued a tweet to correct the statement, and it would enhance on the Xbox One and the PS4 Pro. What?
Did they start that statement with "Great job, jackasses"? They should have.
Yeah, you jackass. Anyway.
Jackass.
So yeah, it runs at 4K on Xbox One X and uses 4K textures on PS4 Pro. It will also run at 4K, though that is going to be upscaled from 1440, so it's upscaled, not true 4K.
On PlayStation. What you're saying? On PlayStation?
Yeah, PlayStation is going to be upscaled from 1440 to 4K, whereas Xbox
is native.
It's native 4K. And Pussy players will have access to 4K textures as well, alongside with all other benefits. PC, sorry. Pussy players. Next, last article. I promise. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will not have loot boxes, but it will have a battle pass.
I forgot about this. Thanks for bringing it back up.
Just put salt on the wound and rub it in. It's like hand sanitizer on a paper cut.
If it's not one or the other, right?
Yeah.
I just had to ask, Chris, did you read that conversation that I was having with Teeter?
No, I didn't read that one.
Okay, I figured.
But, yeah, it's like, if you're going to take it in the ass, might as well have the lube. So I think the battle pass is like with the lube, whereas the loot boxes aren't. Anyway. In a new post, the game publisher confirms Modern Warfare will not feature a loot box system. Instead, the game will have battle pass similar to titles like 4090. And you will earn rewards by completing objectives. Okay. It'll allow players to see the content that they are earning or buying. So battle levels. Yeah. Battle passes will launch timed to new post-launch live seasons. So you can unlock cool new Modern Warfare themed content that matches each season. So I'm guessing the first season will be Jingle My Balls. Holiday stuff. There will be both a free stream and a premium stream of content in the Battle
Gotcha,
Pass
bitch!
system. New base weapons will be earned through gameplay simply by playing Modern Warfare. Functional attachments for base weapons can be unlocked through gameplay. Okay. Battle Pass will not be available at launch. Will not be available at launch, according to Activision, but will arrive sometime for Christmas. Merry Christmas, bitches.
Give them all money.
Yeah, since the beta, the games community has been worried about how Activision intends to monetize its multiplayer mode after launch. Players were understandably frustrated with Blue Balls on how Black Ops 4 has handled post-launch content, offering weapons and loot boxes, and no direct way of earning them. Modern Warfare is out. Miguel will tell you. That's all I got for the news.
Sweet. All right, we're gonna move on.
Should we discuss?
If you want to open up a can of worms, oh my god.
We can discuss it after.
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 All right, for the dates, Miguel, you ready, buddy?
Yeah. So this week on Fuck You Joe, we're gonna try something a little different.
I like that.
This week on Fuck You Joe, we're gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna ask you each a question. Well, I'm gonna ask you all the same question one at a time. Chris, what are you playing this upcoming week?
Well, I'm hoping to play Call of Duty if I can play. That's what I'm
He's
hoping.
on it. John, what are you playing this upcoming week?
Call of Duty and Overwatch.
I'm on with that too, Joe. Are you playing PlayStation 4?
Fortnite Season 2 on the Switch. No, I'm going to play Call of Duty, and I'm going to try. There's no guarantee, but I don't think I'll be able to beat Breakpoint before Modern Warfare. But I'm going to play Modern Warfare and probably start Outer Worlds.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm gonna add Outer Worlds to mine too. That
Because
was
it's, if it's Fallout in space, I want to play it.
That was my test for who's ready. So coming out this week, we'll get to that in a minute. 1023, Lonely Mountains Downhill on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Cat Quest on the 24th. Cat Quest 2, I stand corrected, on the Switch. The 25th, we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the Xbox and the PlayStation. Whoop whoop. This week on not on the Switch, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh my god.
This week on PlayStation and not on the Switch, Medieval. And then this week on PlayStation and Xbox and not on the Switch, The Outer Worlds, like Joe was saying, which is on Game Pass. Thanks, Joe. Thanks for getting me that game. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll play it. I haven't looked into it, but it's there, and I'll have it.
It's
and we all
free.
will. Yay!
Subnautica's cool too. Just to throw in there, if you guys haven't played it yet, it's kind of a lot like Ark, but it's underwater.
sweet.
So it's cool. I enjoy it. It's a builder simulator survival underwater.
No Man's Sky?
Nah, yeah, kinda. But
Joe's like, I don't want to play it anymore. Shit.
I know.
Um,
But the graphics are beautiful in Subnautica. Just FYI.
1029, we have After Party on PlayStation, Harvest Moon, Mad Dash, PlayStation and Switch, Resident Evil 5, Chris, on the Switch.
I already beat it. We beat it.
Yeah, RPGs. Fuck you. Resident Evil 6 on the Switch,
Ooh,
Super Monkey Ball, Banana Blitz HD,
nice.
PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, and Vampire on the Switch.
Arr.
Is it the Vampire Masquerade or just Vampire?
Vampire, VAMPYR, that game that is currently
It's the
on Xbox and PlayStation.
but it's the RPG, right? It's the I
I'm
think
not
it's...
sure if it's an RPG. I have it. I haven't played it.
Okay, because if it's the Vampire, I think it is an RPG.
It is.
It's a game that came out within, I want to say, the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's a newer game. Yeah. Vampire. That is coming out on Switch. That's everything coming out this week. So, yay, Call of Duty Ground War. Here we go. Woo.
Fucking
So-
take my life, Jesus Christ.
So Joe and I have Friday off. Well, he doesn't have it off, but he doesn't work normally anyway. So
He works from home.
I don't have any meetings Friday, so you know what that means.
You're not working.
I'm at work and I'm like, I wonder if Joe's online. Nope, he's not online. Must be playing something. That's how it goes.
Yep. Sweet. All right. Well, it's time for the more you know. John, you ready, buddy?
I am ready. This week on The More You Know, we're getting close to Halloween, All Hallows Eve. Yeah. So we're gonna do a little bit of get to know the drones a little bit with a Halloween theme. So I have a series of questions for you all. I'm gonna start with Chris, then go Joe, and then Miguel. I'm not sure what Joe is doing. Anyway, question number 1. What are you most afraid of? Chris.
All right. So I know Joe and Miguel know this one. Ever since I've seen the movie The Ring girl is scares the shit out of me. She's creepy as fuck. So yeah,
Miguel's hair is almost long enough.
I would definitely have to do the Ring girl for sure. So
Okay. Joe just left, so I guess we're going to Miguel.
Joe's getting a wig. I can feel it.
yeah, there he is.
But I want Joe to be here for what I gotta say.
Oh,
here he comes. Here he comes. Got him. Oh,
All right, Joe,
All right.
you're up.
What?
What are you most afraid of?
Let's see. What am I most afraid of? The ocean and sharks. Mostly great white sharks.
That makes sense.
Whew. That thing's
Is it hot in
hairy.
there?
Yeah, a little hot. A little
All
hot.
right, Miguel, what are you most afraid of?
I am most afraid of Chris being good at first-person shooters.
Be murky.
I feel like that's not really a fear you need to worry about.
But I mean, it's a scary thought, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I'd be teabagging everybody.
Then you wouldn't be good at them because you would be dying.
That's true.
Spiders.
Okay.
Arachnophobia like a motherfucker.
You would not like my house.
Oh, from what Joe told me, I won't like the Pacific Northwest.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're small spiders, only like that big. We don't have any big spiders. We just got little spiders.
Thank God I haven't seen any tarantulas here because they are here.
Yeah, we don't have tarantulas.
Kill it
John!
with fire.
What are you most afraid of?
The list is long. I don't have a most. I'm generally just afraid of everything. But I really like Joe. I don't like going in the ocean. I'll do it, but it always gives me anxiety going in water.
What is the fear
ocean.
called? Fear of.
It's
deep
not the water
ocean.
itself.
No, it's
I
it's
can't
called
see what's
the void.
in the water.
no, it's called thalassophobia. It's the fear of the ocean, like depth, like just this mass of unknown. It's like space. I hate space. Like, yeah, I think it would be frightening as fuck to be in outer space because, yeah, you're surrounded. Well, yeah, if something happens with your suit or your spaceship, you're fucked. You're dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Done.
Mhm.
Same thing with water. You're down deep enough. Anything happens to your submarine, you're dead. You're basically buried alive, and you're gonna drown.
Damn, that's deep.
That's what she said.
Yeah, Chris came with the puns today. Oh,
See,
Give
for
that-
me, it's not.
give that man an award.
It's not the depth of the water. Like in Hawaii, where you can see everything in the water, I have no problem. It's being in water like here in the Pacific Northwest, where it's murky as shit, and you can't see 10 feet from you. It's not knowing what's in the water with me that scares me.
It's the fear of the unknown.
You might
Okay.
get Steve Irwin That is that his name? The guy that got
Yes.
stingrayed?
Yes. I don't think there's stingrays up here, but there are sharks.
Yeah.
And octopus.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mostly
Jellyfish.
like great white sharks. I'm afraid of. I like blue
Yeah.
sharks. I like makos. Makos are scary too because they're fast. But something about great white sharks that, man, it's just I don't like to be put in a situation where I'm at the bottom of the food chain. So fuck the ocean. Fuck you, Africa, because I'm not going somewhere where it's like, what do I want for lunch today? I want that asshole in the tourist jeep. I'm not going to Jurassic Park. Nope.
I would.
Nope.
I would.
Nope.
I'd do Jurassic Park.
They make movies about this shit.
I know. I'd still go.
Joe, were you afraid of Jaws when that came out?
Oh yeah.
Jaws is the reason I'm afraid of the ocean.
Okay. Jaws
Yeah,
is
okay.
the reason why I'm afraid of great white sharks, and arachnophobia is the reason why I don't like spiders. Sorry, I was going to say sharks, but spiders.
That would make total sense.
I know, but no, seriously. I used to own a tarantula. I owned a rose tarantula, and I bought it when it was like this big, and it grew to the size of my hand. They grow to the size of their tank. I would handle it and everything like that. Arachnophobia came out. I saw the movie. The fucking tarantula started getting out of its cage and crawling around the house. And one morning I woke up and it was literally like right here on my chest. Like when I woke up in the morning, I just kind of like looked down and it was staring at me in the face.
I love
And I
you,
said-
Daddy.
I said, nope, that's it, game over. I gave it to a friend and I guess it died because it put it in a tank and ants got to it. But anyway, John?
So a tarantula will grow to the size of its tank. What if you put it in like an Olympic swimming pool? How big will it get?
No, within reason. Jesus, John. But I mean, if I kept it in a small container, it would not have grown that large.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes
I mean,
sense.
that's why you have tarantulas that can eat fucking birds.
It's like that
Yeah.
eight-legged freaks movie.
See, yeah. So, okay, to this day, Arachnophobia is still the only true horror spider film.
Yeah.
Eight-legged freaks, they had to make them talk to make it not scary.
It was phony, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, they had to put these little voices into the spiders, but it was still freaky as fuck, especially the jumping spiders.
We need to watch Itsy Bitsy.
All right. So now that we know what you're most afraid of, when was the time that you were the most afraid?
Chris?
all right.
Doesn't
So
have to be related to your biggest fear, but
this is not related to my biggest fear. I think it was when I was about 11 or 12 years old. My family decided to go hiking out in Forest Lakes area, and we went on a trail that said it was about 3 or 4 mile hike. We actually missed the trail sign, and we ended up going like an extra 7 miles on top of that, and we got lost. We got lost in the woods, and we couldn't find our way back. And I think what really scared me was the panic on my mom's face, because she was panicking that we were lost. And luckily my dad, he's been in the army, he had a lot of army training and stuff, and he just pretty much calmed us all down and told us it's okay, I'll find us our way back. And in between this hike, we saw some cougar tracks.
ooh,
Yeah, not 40-year-old woman cougars
Go
that will
Cougs.
rape you,
go Cougs.
or the Michigan cougars or anything
Oh
like
my gosh.
that.
Washington State Cougars,
Sorry.
Michigan Wolverines.
My bad. I don't know college. Anyways, it's none of those cougars. It's actual legit mountain lion.
Yeah.
And we saw those tracks. And then we went a little bit further. We saw a carcass of a deer that was shredded and eaten by the cougar. You could totally tell. We also found 40-06 bullets on the trail as well. So it was a very creepy hike. Yeah, 40-06, that would put a hole in a deer. They weren't supposed to be shooting with those.
40-06. That's one I haven't heard of.
Right? That's the bullet size.
Yeah, 30-06. I'm well aware of. I have a 30-06, but I've never heard of a 40-06.
Maybe it's a 30-06. My bad.
I'm not saying that a 40-06 doesn't exist, but
I don't know. I don't know guns either, so I probably got that wrong. You're probably right. It's a 30-06.
That'll kill a
But
deer.
anyways, we found the gun shells. It was just a very creepy hike. But our dad, he calmed us down and everything. And luckily with his training, he found the moss on the rocks that like kind of pointed north, which is the direction that we needed to exit out of the trail. And we ended up hiking another 7 miles. So it was like a 14-mile hike to get back to our cabin, and we finally made it back. But I believe that's when I truly felt some fear in my life, was like not being able to return to the cabin and just really seeing the fear on my parents' face, on my mom's face, really, because my dad was pretty chill. That kind of freaked me out. I mean, at 11 years old, you can kind of see that, you know what I mean? So that's kind of where I've felt the fear. So that's my story.
I'm trying to think, like genuinely scared, like out of my mind. I would probably say I was probably like maybe 10 or 11. I didn't even know how to swim growing up. I went over to a friend's house, and I loved getting in the pool, but as long as I stayed in the shallow end, me being taller, I'd never went, halfway past the pool. And there was one time when I went and I was like, testing the water, literally, and I slipped and went under. Didn't know how to swim. Literally thought I was going to drown, but luckily I paddled and kicked enough to get back to the shallow end, and survived. So, but yeah, the whole time, like, I'm like trying to gasp for air and trying to like reach the bottom of the pool and jump up to get air, and I'm having these flashes of the fucking Jaws shark in my head as I'm drowning, almost drowning in a pool. Dude, seriously, it had me so terrified that I would get in a pool and I would put my head underwater and open my eyes to make sure that there wasn't anything in the pool as a kid. And then even when I was in the pool, I would still see like how the shimmer from the sunlight on the bottom of the pool, like in my mind I would see like shadows, silhouettes of sharks in the pool. Scared the fuck out of me. John.
I'm gonna go next, Miguel, because my story relates directly to Joe's story. My grandparents lived in Florida and they had a pool. My brother and I went down there. I was probably 9 or 10. We went down there for the summer. So for 3 months, we lived with my grandparents in Florida. We were swimming in the pool, and I'm underwater in the deep end. I'm a great swimmer. I swim just fine at that age. I'm underwater in the pool, and I look up at the top of the water, and I see this thing going across the top of the water. And I get up and I jump out of the pool. My grandma's standing on the side of the pool screaming at my brother to get out of the pool. There was a fucking coral snake in their pool.
Damn, that's creepy, dude.
Why does it have to be snakes?
Yeah. And so I have the same feeling about pools, Joe, because my grandparents' neighbor had an alligator in their pool.
Oh, Jesus.
And these are screened off pools. I don't know how they got in there, but they got in there.
Fuck Florida. Fuck Florida. Fuck Australia. Fuck Florida.
Yeah, I like Florida, but I'm very worried about getting in any pool. The other time that I can think of is we have Wild Waves up here in Seattle. It's a water park. They've got a wave pool, and I was in the wave pool, and the waves were going, and I was up like to a point where it was about at my shoulders. I was probably 8 or 9, and I'm a good swimmer, but I didn't time the jump right. Once you jump to float with the wave, I didn't time it right, and it just crashed over me. And then the next one crashed over me, and I was freaking out. I thought I was going to drown because I was not getting air, and so that.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because I remember as a kid going to the beach, and what is it, the riptide that pulls you out? I remember actually getting caught in that. And I remember at the same time, I was actually younger than the pool incident, but I remember being on the beach, and it literally felt like somebody was pulling me out into the ocean because the tide had caught me and pulled me back out to the ocean. And for some reason, like somehow my dad came and he got me out of the water, but that riptide had pulled me so far back out into the ocean that he turned around and I was gone. And he was like, "Holy shit,
that's scary."
Yeah, so fuck the ocean. Fuck you, ocean.
All right, Miguel.
Um, time I was most afraid. I went fishing this last summer with John. I was afraid to get a hook in the face
Or a weight in the eye socket.
or weight in the yeah, that's what it was. Weight in the eye socket.
Yeah.
I was genuinely scared there. No, I was having a hard time thinking about this, and before you guys were bringing up yours, the first thing that I could think of was just genuine fear, the general fear of flying, and each time I'm on a plane and the anxiety. But talking through the near drowning experiences, I did have one of those. Me and my buddy Mark, we were at the creek in Sedona. Lou was there, my buddy Lewis, and he can't swim. He's afraid of the water. And we were like, all right, we'll help you across. It was like the creek's not that deep. There is a spot like in the middle of it where it's maybe like 6 feet. So, taller than I am. So we're trying to help him across, and he starts panicking, and he like puts his hands on both of our heads and just pushes us into the water.
Oh no.
So yeah, I nearly drowned that day trying to help my friend not drown. So
You punch him right in the face.
well, I mean, we were fully aware that he didn't know how to swim and he was afraid. So
Yeah, but when somebody starts panicking like that,
yeah. So yeah, that was scary. Another time, so for school we would go up to Mars Hill, which is a local area, and it was a field trip up there, and then on the way back, everyone was jogging down the hill, and I like had a out of body experience, and I couldn't stop jogging, and I ended up tumbling down. So that was fun and interesting. I'm okay. I'm here, but just like jogging down that hill, there was a point where I just like couldn't stop my motion, and I just ended up tumbling down the hill, and that was pretty scary. So
That's crazy.
All right, next question. What's your favorite Halloween costume you've worn?
Chris?
All right. I've had a few pretty cool costumes. I mean, we've had some pretty cool Halloween parties. But I think my favorite one is my pirate costume that I have, just because I've got pretty legit stuff that I wear as my pirate costume, like a really coat that I have, and just it looks really good on me as far as a pirate costume. I really take pride in that costume. And then also, I mean, there was my Scream costume as a kid, and that was just because we created this haunted house thing, and it was a really cool experience. But having that Scream costume, and it was really popular at the time, so that was pretty cool costume that I had. So those are my two costumes.
Joe?
Okay. Favorite Halloween costume is probably going to be I made the Master Chief armor out of foam
Oh yeah,
one year.
I think I've seen the pictures.
Yeah, I have it on my Instagram. I think it might be on the website. I don't think it is, but
It's on our website.
it's on our website. So I made the armor for Ceci and for myself, and we did Master Chief and another Spartan. So I think to date, probably that one. Probably to go along with Chris is saying, this year I'm doing the werewolf. So that costume as well is probably one of the better ones, because the costume, when I put the headband around, I didn't have it on earlier, but when I put the headband on, when I talk, the mouth actually moves when I talk. So makes it easier to drink beer, because I can like open my mouth and the mask opens and I can put a bottle of beer in there.
Nice.
But yeah, I think those are probably my best too.
Miguel?
So I also have two. I was actually looking for pictures on Ceci's Facebook. They're in there somewhere. Darth Maul did Darth Maul one year.
That was solid.
Nice.
And Ceci did my makeup, so came out super good. Like, I bought a mask, and the mask looked like crap, so we ended up cutting the horns out of the mask and gluing those to my head, and then she painted my face and my entire head. I shaved my head for that.
Nice.
So I was Darth Maul one year. And then when I did Sub-Zero, I think it was the following year, made a Sub-Zero costume. Joe was Scorpion.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, we made those, and yeah, it was neat.
Neat.
It was neat.
Cool. I've never been big on Halloween as a child. We didn't go trick-or-treating. But my church youth group did go to a corn maze. When I was
Corn
an
May?
adult, the church youth group went to a corn maze, and the youth pastor asked the college group, my age group, to show up and scare the youth groupers. So I had a Jason mask, and I had a butcher's apron that had blood all over it, and a big meat cleaver, and that was a blast. I made this kid scream and pee his pants. It was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So as far as favorite Halloween costumes, that's kind of the only one I have. Other than when I was a really little kid, I have pictures of me wearing a lamb costume
Aww.
with maybe I was a shepherd and I had a little stuffed lamb that I carried around with me. So yeah.
Aww.
So with that, I just said my parents didn't let us go trick or treating as a kid, which I don't feel like I got gypped because every time somebody came to the door, I got a piece of candy too, so I don't miss out on anything. I don't have to walk around in the rain. It rains a lot here. I don't have to walk around in the rain. So, did you guys get to go trick or treating as children?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember one of the tricks for trick or treating that I used to do with friends was we would get 2 masks, and you would wear one in the front, wear one in the back, and you would go to each door. You'd go with your first mask going forwards, and then you would go back the other direction of the line of houses, and you would walk backwards with the other mask, and you just double dip every house for candy. So it was pretty solid.
Nice.
Why not just go with one mask and then switch masks and go again instead of wearing it on the back of your head?
Because sometimes we would hit that house twice, like almost immediately, because we were stupid. We didn't go back like later on. So, yeah.
And just turn around at the door. What about for this costume?
Yeah, you know.
Trick or treat! Trick or treat!
So that kind of ties into my next question. So you guys can answer the next question along with it. What was your favorite child Halloween experience?
So I think for me was we did this one Halloween where we turned my garage into a haunted house, and it was more of like when I was a teenager. So I would trick or treat like later in the hour. So from like 6 o'clock all the way till about 9 p.m. we would run this haunted house, and I had a friend that actually created a homemade coffin that they carved out of wood, and we painted it black, and we had somebody hiding in the coffin that would jump out at people. We had like a bunch of sheets like that we made out of basically we had sheets and we made a maze out of it.
Nice.
People would go through this maze, and we cut holes in the sheets, and we'd shoot silly string at people when they walked by, and there was like black lights. It was super dark, so they couldn't tell what they were getting hit by. And we had like a table and a hole.
It's in my eye!
need to
Oh my
watch the video.
god! Oh my god! It's in my eye! It burns.
We had this table that we cut a hole out of it, and we put at the very end a bucket of candy, and it was like fake candy that was in it. And we had like one of those robotic hands that would come out through the hole and grab people's hands as they would reach in for candy to scare people. And then also that's where my Scream costume came in, and I came out as Scream, and I had a friend that was like a wounded army soldier, and had come by and like slit his throat, and he would spray blood all over the people in the front that were waiting in line and shit. So like we were
all out.
Yeah, we went pretty hardcore for this haunted house, and it turned out great because like there was a bunch of kids that didn't even want to go in there because they heard that a bunch of kids were scared, and it was just super fun. So I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Joe?
Best memory trick-or-treating as a kid? Is that what it was?
Or Halloween. Your favorite childhood Halloween experience?
Probably, I would say, before the malls got stingy, I used to love trick-or-treating at the mall.
Yeah.
Because growing up, when I was younger, malls were huge. Malls were the thing to do. And when you'd go, like, literally you would be in line, and you would just go from store to store, and the owners weren't stingy. It wasn't like, here's one piece of candy, here's one piece of candy. It was just like, candy, candy, candy. And it was like, it was in the mall, indoors. It wasn't cold. It was just like, fuck yeah, I get to go store to store. And half the people that were handing out candy at the stores were hot ass women. Titties hanging out and just like, here's your candy.
How did I know that was going to be
Like
part of it?
I still remember to this day this one woman. She was wearing an I Dream of Jeannie outfit for Halloween. I never had a thing for I Dream of Jeannie, but god dang, she was a genie and she had the biggest titties, and I was just like, so can I have some milk with that? I just still to this day can imagine her face, like looking up at her.
Her face.
Another one was, I don't know if you guys have ever been a victim of bag snatching. No?
I never went trick or treating, so.
So, yeah, in California, there's bag snatching. You have these assholes that are older than you, and they're running around, and basically they find kids that, you know, have large bags and are vulnerable, and they run up from behind you and snatch your bag. So I had this guy, this asshole. I don't remember his name. I don't ever want to remember him, because if I do, I'll probably want to take him out. Anyway, he snatched the bag from me, but luckily I had it like normally people go trick or treating with pillowcases. Okay, I went trick or treating with grocery bags, but I had like 4 grocery bags, like 4 layers inside each other, so it was extra thick. So when he came up from behind me and tried to grab it from me, I had such a grip on it, and he and I tuggled and tussled and tussled and tussled, and it was like this. We were just going round and round and round and round and round, and he finally just got a hole in it, and he ripped all the candy out, and all this candy went everywhere. I had spent like maybe a half an hour trick or treating, so all this candy went everywhere in this guy's yard, and all of my friends that were with me tried to help pick it up. The guy took off running like a little faggot that he is. Anyway, the guy that the candy spilled on his yard was so nice that he emptied his entire candy bucket in a bag for me.
Aww.
And gave it to me. So kudos to that guy.
That's cool.
He's got angel points now, but yeah, I mean, it's just it's shit like that it frustrates you, especially like when I see asshole kids running around the neighborhood. I'm like, if I could only dress up like Sam with a razor sharp lollipop and fucking poison candy and fucking slit their throats and hang them up from a tree or something like that. You know what I mean? It's shit like that really frustrates you. It ruins the holiday for people, especially for kids. I mean, I grew up traumatized by that, John.
I don't know what you mean. Just want to clarify for anybody watching the video.
Do you know who Sam is?
Join me.
Sam is...
You know who Sam is?
Okay, no. If you don't watch the movie Trick or Treat, or Trick or Treat, it's Trick or Treat.
Watch it.
It's a horror movie. Okay, it leads into
I'm not gonna watch it.
Anyway, he basically embodies the spirit of Halloween, and those that are opposed to Halloween, he basically kills them. So
those that don't follow the rules.
Those that don't follow the rules.
Wholesome.
So it's the golden rule of Halloween. I mean, you're supposed to celebrate the dead and walk amongst the dead. So if you're going to treat them with disrespect, then fuck you and, you know, whatever. Next,
Miguel, favorite childhood Halloween experience?
So I can't really follow up to these guys because where I grew up, it was right on the college campus, and it was like an older neighborhood, gentrification type, you know, all the Hispanics lived over here. Now you have all the older people. So my neighborhood wasn't like a traditional trick-or-treating spot. Trick-or-treating for me was like going to this family member's house and then going to this family member's house, driving across town, all these different places. So I didn't have these same experiences. So my favorite thing to do on Halloween, and it's not necessarily when I was a kid, it was like Chris when I was older, was, yeah, even though there weren't very many people that came by my house, it was just sitting outside, sitting still, and just scaring the crap out of people. Yeah.
Nice.
Which is still, that's always fun, regardless of your age.
Or you don't whether or not it's Halloween.
Yeah, you don't have trick-or-treating anymore, just go scare the crap out of people.
Nice.
Which is why I imagine so many people like to be clowns, because it's so easy to scare people and just walk up and just... Yeah.
All right, next question. What is your favorite candy?
Oh my God.
All right.
Chris. Joe just...
Well, as a fat guy, I like a lot of candy. So This is really hard for me to cipher through all the candies, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Heath and Snickers. For any of those type of candies are good, but I mean I like assortments of Starburst and Skittles and all kinds of bullshit. So,
Right. Joe.
You would like bullshit.
Melts
Now
in
that
your
you've
mouth, not in
cleaned
your
up,
hands.
Joe.
Anyway, as far as like favorite candy, oh my god.
Mhm.
So I always split it up into two categories. I have like my favorite chocolate candy, Reese's Pieces. Or Reese's
Okay.
Cups. Hands down.
Okay.
Reese's is my favorite.
Solid.
Solid. As far as like non-chocolate candy, Red Vines. Red
Okay.
Vines. Not Twizzlers, Red Vines. You have to have Red Vines.
Absolutely.
Twizzlers is nothing but flavored wax. It's fucking gross. But Red Vines, I will tear up a whole fucking bucket. The Sam's Club
yeah.
or Costco has
Oh,
that
yeah.
bucket. I will sit there and just
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Till my poop is red.
Exactly. Yep.
As Twizzlers, it's the fruit snacks of licorice. That's what it is. It's fucking like the nasty fruit snacks that you get from like the Kroger brand of fruit snacks. You know what I mean? That's the Twizzlers.
But
And then-
unfortunately, they don't hand out
Oh no.
what? Oh no, what? John, testing. John, hello.
Hello, John.
Oh.
No, there goes John.
Okay, so while he's
Oh,
gone though, but
John.
Twizzlers, like you look at the ingredients, it's just nasty, waxy. It gets stuck in
weird,
your
yeah.
teeth. Red Vines
Mhm.
does get stuck in your teeth, but it's not as sticky as. Hi, John. Can you hear us now?
Yes.
Okay.
Everybody froze.
Okay, no, we were just talking about the difference between Red Vines and Twizzlers, but Twizzlers get stuck in
Okay.
your teeth and it's sticky. But they don't do Red Vines for Halloween. They don't hand out Red Vines does make like nibs, which are like they take a red vine and they chop it up into these little pieces, and they sell those, but they don't hand them out for Halloween. So yes, when it does come time to eat, I will eat the Twizzlers, but they're not my favorite. But yeah, as far as like non-chocolate, it would either be Red Vines or for Halloween purposes, Skittles or Starburst, and they're even.
Yeah.
Miguel.
I just have to point out that was great, John, because when everybody froze, all we see is you go, "Oh no," and then you disappeared. So
I
it's
wasn't
pretty-
froze. apparently?
No. We were like, "Hello."
Yeah, I was just, "Oh no!" Wait, what happened, John? Favorite candies: Kit Kats, Almond Joys.
Solid candies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like 'em
Fuck
too.
you, Joe. Coconut's awesome when it's
Yes,
with
it
milk
is.
chocolate.
Okay.
Coconut's delicious.
I like
Our
that.
wedding cake, the top part of our wedding cake was coconut. I love coconut. So good.
Yeah, coconut's bomb.
Coconut and chocolate is amazing. Haystacks from one of the candy stores, yeah.
My favorite candy is Starburst jelly beans.
Not bad. I'll eat those.
And then if chocolate, Reese's peanut butter cups.
Hell yeah.
So yeah. All right. Favorite horror movie or series? Chris, go.
Or series.
That's what it said in the text message. So.
Oh, I missed the or series part.
Well, it's a slash movie / series.
Get it? It's a slash. No pun intended.
Oh, it's pun day.
Go, Chris. Go.
Well, I'm really not into the horror movies per se as an adult, but I mean, I'd have to say my favorite two would be Scream and Chucky. Those are I grew up with Chucky. That's what was always on the TV during Halloween when I was little. And then, of course, like the Jason stuff would show up later, but I never really watched those. I watched Chucky, and then I watched a lot of Scream as a teenager because that was the popular thing. But as an adult now, it's more of like I enjoy Halloween movies per se, like Hocus Pocus and all that happy Disney bullshit. So
Okay. Joe,
Yeah.
go.
Growing up, it was Nightmare on Elm Street. Now, as an adult, Trick or Treat is probably hands down. Other than Nightmare Before Christmas, is kind of like there.
Yeah, it's kind of Christmas.
But it's kind of like Christmassy. But Trick or Treat right now is like my favorite Halloween movie. I grew up horrified by
Go back up.
by the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, especially the first one when the Johnny Depp got like sucked into the bed and the blood went all over the ceiling. I would not sleep on my bed. I'll say I'll sleep with the boogeyman underneath my bed, but I'm not sleeping on top of my bed because I don't want to get sucked down into it and blood squirt everywhere. So yeah, as a kid growing up, yeah, I did not. I grew to learn, become a fan of Movie Magic and Fangoria magazine. I don't know if you guys remember Fangoria growing up. It was a magazine that specialized in horror films and special effects. And they would literally show you exactly how they did every scene in a lot of the popular horror movies. So once I read that, I was like, fuck yeah, Freddy's awesome. He's in your dreams and he's like, I'm going to, yeah. Anyway. Miguel?
Yep, you heard it here, folks. Joe's willing to sleep with the boogeyman.
Who isn't?
All right, Miguel.
So as far as series, American Horror Story, I mean, some of them aren't really horror, but I enjoy the hell out of those shows. Great shows. Movies, I have 2. So as Joe said, Trick or Treat. Fantastic movie. We watch it almost every Halloween. I went to Joe's this past weekend and we watched it on Saturday. So it's our traditional Halloween movie. And then the Halloween remake by Rob Zombie. I thoroughly enjoy that movie. I mean, it's as, in my opinion, as great as the original Halloween with a little bit of extra context as to how Michael Myers became who he is. The original's like, here's Michael Myers. This is like his childhood, what happened, and the mental state of what happens to him. I really enjoy the Rob Zombie Halloween 1, not 2, 1 remake.
That's funny because when I look back at like all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, my favorite one that stands out to this day is Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And it's the one where it's basically, I'm trying to remember her name, but the girl is grown up. She's an adult.
It's the one where they break the fourth wall or whatever,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, they break the fourth wall where they're like, well, it was a movie, but now it's reality. And, you know, I just like the way it was done. And Wes Craven, I mean, kudos to him. Rest in peace. But good God, man, what a great director. Robert Englund, rest in peace as well. I mean, geez, just great. He is dead.
Did he? No.
I think he's dead. So.
Yeah, they also did that with Child's Play.
Well, yeah, with Mark Hamill now as Chucky.
I'm not talking about remakes. I'm talking about the
the fourth one.
Oh, Chucky's just a movie, and then it ends up being real type thing. So, John,
I was never into horror movies. I think the scariest thing I probably watched as a child was Jaws. As an adult, I watched all of the Friday the 13th movies with Earl, which made them very entertaining. So, as far as horror movies go, Friday the 13th. Yes, Joe.
Correction, Robert Englund is still alive. So, my bad. He's still alive.
Don't kill Freddy Krueger.
Wes Craven is dead. Wes Craven is dead. Sorry.
He's going to be very disappointed when he listens to the podcast.
I know. Just don't haunt me in my dreams, please. Good God.
John.
Yeah.
What?
I know you said you're not a horror movie fan, but truly, Trick or Treat is not really horror. It's an anthology. It's like 4 or 5 different stories that all come together. They're all tied together. And it's mainly about the origins of Halloween, why we do these things, along with a little bit of there's not even really jump scares. It's just
it's good story. It's more of a story. Yeah, there are some, I don't even think there's really graphic moments. You might see a decapitated head or two, but there's not like, you know, Hostel or Saw or anything like that where it's like overly gory and like showing you like somebody getting their throat slit or body parts getting cut off or something like that. It's just a great story to explain Halloween and to introduce you to Sam.
And it definitely has funny moments. Charlie Brown's an asshole.
Yeah. Language.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Chris,
I was gonna say, where can you watch this Trick or Treat movie? Is it on Netflix or somewhere where
you buy it because it's worth it?
Okay. So
I think it's a buy movie. I don't know if it's you'd have to look it up, but search all your streaming services. It may be there, it may not.
We might
Has
maybe
Anna
rent it
Paquin
on Amazon Prime.
has Anna Paquin and her friends, and it's
Yeah.
interesting.
and I must say, after you watch it the first time around, when you go around the second time, and even still to this day, it's like, oh, just little nods that it's like, oh, I didn't catch that the first time because I didn't know this part of the story. But there's a lot of like, oh, that makes a lot more sense now.
It's kind of like Traffic, or like Pulp Fiction, where a lot of the stories
Crash.
intertwine. And Crash. Sorry, not Traffic. Where you'll see characters from like the first short story later on in the movie, and like they walk by each other, they bump each other or something. You're like, oh hey, that's the person from the first short story, and yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I just
So
want to honorable nod. Sorry, real quick. Sorry.
All right. The next 6 questions are would you rathers.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I forgot about this part.
Yeah. So, would you rather face Stephen King's It as a child or as an adult?
I'd say as an adult.
As a child.
As an adult.
Okay. Would you rather be a
John,
werewolf?
you?
Oh, I've never seen it. I can't answer that. I'm going to say an adult because I have a gun. I don't know. I've never seen it.
I like that.
It ain't gonna help you.
It ain't gonna help you. It's a fucking demon. What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Would you rather be a werewolf or be a vampire?
Fuck. God damn you, John. Chris, answer it.
You know, I think I'm going to choose vampire for this one, for the reason of regenerative powers, having to be able to heal yourself through blood. I think that would be cool.
Chris. No, Joe. The other one.
The other Chris. Oh, thanks, John. Anytime that I can see Kate Beckinsale in tight leather singlet suits, I'm gonna pick vampire. Sorry.
Miguel. The other Chris.
Well, fuck you, John.
I couldn't leave Joe on an island there.
I mean, I'd have to go werewolf because I just think it'd be more fun. You're not confined to night.
But
Which
you
isn't
like
all bad,
but see, that's so like you love Batman so much that I would just be like, why wouldn't he pick a vampire? Because he likes Batman, and Batman only comes out at night, and it's just like, whatever. Anyway,
that is quite the stretch there.
Stretch? What?
We're talking vampires, and you bring in Batman.
Red Rain. Batman's a
I
vampire.
know, but aside from that, that is a stretch to have those two together.
Bass.
Bats. Not bats. Bats. Those of you that haven't seen college humor, it's called Badman. John, YouTube it. It's hilarious. It's really fun.
No, not bats. Baths.
Yeah. He says he's afraid of baths. But anyway. John, what would you pick?
I don't know.
Here we go again. John has all these questions for us, and he can never answer them.
I want to say werewolf.
But I would like to mention, okay, depending on which universe you're talking about. Obviously, in the Twilight universe, yes, I want to be a werewolf. If I'm in the Underworld universe, I would like to be a hybrid, actually, where it's a hybrid.
You want to be Michael?
Yeah. You see that scene with Kate Beckinsale? Yes, I want to be Michael. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. But if I'm in like the Hollywood nostalgic, I still would want to be a vampire. Just to me, royalty, regal, that type of legacy, live forever, blah blah blah. But yeah, if I'm in the Twilight universe, fucking make me a werewolf. Well, I don't care. I don't want to be a fucking sparkly bitch vampire. I sparkle. Anyway, next.
Yeah. Would you rather have nightmares every night or see scary things that aren't there?
I'd rather.
I think
Oh, go ahead, Chris. Sorry, I jumped out of order. Chris.
I think I would see scary things that aren't there rather than having nightmares every night, so I can get some sleep.
How frequent is this seeing shit that's not there?
Always.
I'm gonna look like a fucking schizo, but hey, that's okay.
I mean, you'd just be like Sam Darnold.
That's funny. Joe?
I'd rather see scary shit that's not there. I'm with Chris.
Okay.
I want to get my sleep.
I think I'd rather have nightmares every night. Because I mean, you wake up and you're like, okay, I'm good. Even though there's those times where you have dreams and it feels so freaking real, but I mean, I don't want it fucking with my. I don't want it fucking with my reality.
I see dead people.
Yeah, the flip side of that though, Miguel, is that if you don't sleep well every night, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be exhausted and not get good rest, and so then you're gonna start to hallucinate anyway.
I mean, I can have nightmares and sleep well as it is. It's called being stuck in your dream.
I'd probably go with nightmares.
I don't get any less sleep. I just am fucked up in the morning. Fuck was I dreaming last night?
Yeah. Then you get to go the next 12 to 14 hours with nothing.
Besides, you know how often I don't remember my dreams?
Every night.
So, fuck it. Give me nightmares.
Right. Would you rather be chased by serial killers all night or be possessed by a demon all night?
Give me the demon. I want it inside me.
I bet you do.
Out of order. Out of order.
Fuck you, Joe.
Jacked.
Yeah, I talk about out of order. You stole my dates. Fuck you, Joe.
Fast you can run. I'm a fat guy. I'm not running that fast. That means I'm gonna be dying all the time. Oh shit. I definitely don't want to deal with the underworld and demons, so I'd rather just be chased by serial killers all day. Because then I'll lose some weight. I'll be running. I'll lose some weight. I'll look good after running for so much, and I'll just keep on. I just feel like running.
He
like
says that
Forrest.
because he's white. If he was black, he would be like, possess me, because I'm, the black guys are always the first ones to die in the movies.
Yeah, I'll survive. Yeah, you're right, Joe. Kudos.
Honorable mentions of people that are possessed by demons. Ghost Rider, Spawn. Possess me, please. I would rather be possessed by a demon.
Pazuzu.
That too. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with chased by serial killers because all I have to do is outrun Chris.
That's solid. That's
Yeah.
solid.
That's solid. Or trip him.
Yeah, shoot him in the leg. Sorry. Bye, Felicia.
It was plural though, so you could have different ones chasing you than what are chasing Chris.
I just don't want to be like Jonah Hill and get possessed that way. So yeah, I'm good.
All right.
You know what I'm talking about, Miguel?
Yeah, this is the end.
Yes.
I don't quite remember how.
I don't think he was possessed. I just think he was just ass raped by a demon.
No. He got ass raped and he was possessed. Don't you remember they had him tied to the bed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was possessed. I don't want that. I'm good.
Kind of glad I've never seen this movie. All right.
It's not a horror movie. I would recommend this as the end. It's hilarious.
It's funny.
Seth Rogen, James Franco, Jonah Hill. It has all the guys from Superbad. It has Rihanna for 2 seconds and Kevin Hart for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
All right. Next question.
Danny McBride.
Would you rather find yourself as a victim in Saw or as a victim in The Ring?
Craig Davidson.
God damn.
Chris.
I'm not going The Ring, so I'm definitely just gonna chop off my arm and try to survive. So I'm going with Saw.
It depends. If I'm a victim in Saw,
Out of order.
Out of order.
It was a question I wasn't answering.
I would say The Ring. Fuck Saw, because the shit that happened in Saw, nope. 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 The Ring. I mean, you're going to die either way.
Miguel.
You just don't watch the movie, Joe. You just
Exactly.
I'd go The Ring probably. Yeah, fuck Saw. I've seen all of them, and I would not want to be in any of those situations because it's all just cut something off or lose something or shoot somebody or do something.
Gouge out your own eye.
Yeah, like that.
Well, it's like
Butterfly Trap.
Well, yeah, it's like the fucking thing with the head came off and shit like that, and then
The reverse bear trap.
or the one with Chester Bennington where he had to like rip the skin off of his back to get. Yeah, it's like no, fuck that, man. That's too much work because in Saw it's gonna be your wife, your kids. It's gonna be somebody that you love or care about that's put into a position that if you do not save them, they're gonna die. So, you know, even if you do save yourself in a Saw movie, someone else is gonna die. Whether it's your wife, your kids, your parents, somebody that you care about is gonna die. So
not necessarily. Jigsaw only punishes those that deserve it.
Right. I'm saying
he might use their family members as leverage, but he would not hurt them unless they were guilty of something. I am a fan of Saw, just for the record. Sassy and I had Saw marathons. It's fantastic.
I would still rather be in the ring.
But I would rather, because I know what happens to the people in Saw.
Yeah. The Ring, don't watch the movie.
Yeah, I would pick The Ring because even if you watch the movie, in order to get out of what happens to you, you just have to have somebody else watch the video. So I'd pick The Ring.
I wouldn't be able to recoup, so I'm good.
John, have you seen the Saw movies?
No, I have not, and I have no.
You're killing me. You're killing me.
I don't watch horror movies.
Dude, it's not a horror movie.
It's like a thriller.
It's a gore fest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. All right, last question. Would you rather swim with great white sharks while bleeding profusely or admit that Tom Brady is the GOAT?
Well, this is an easy one for me. I've seen Tom Brady play. They're undefeated. I'm going to have to say Tom Brady's the GOAT.
Joe? I'm surprised Joe's still second.
This is solid, John. I love it.
It was nice knowing you guys. I will be eaten alive by great white sharks.
Holy shit.
I figured that would be your answer, but I had to throw it in there anyway.
There was a split second, really? Oh, fuck it. No. Great white sharks, yes. Bleeding profusely. I would rather just say fuck it, like in open water, and just hold my breath, go underwater, and just fuck it, get it over with.
Why not just not hold your breath and drown so you don't have to worry about it?
Because drowning is a bigger fear than being eaten by, I don't know. Drowning and being eaten alive are both fucked up things to do, but it takes longer to drown than it is to be eaten alive. Because your body doesn't, even though you absorb the water, your body is still alive. Like you're still seeing everything. Your brain doesn't function. But being eaten alive, if they can chomp down right on your neck, right at done.
But if they bite your legs off, the same scenario.
Just keep swimming.
Yeah. Or hopefully I meet Bruce.
So Miguel, what's your answer?
I'm getting eaten by a shark with Joe. Fuck Tom Brady.
All right, that's fair. Tom Brady's the GOAT. And
I got you, Joe.
That is it for the More You Know this week. Getting to know the drones a little bit better. And I saved that question specifically for last.
I do have to say kudos. That was a fantastic question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Thank you very much.
That was solid.
I love you, Joe.
Oh my God, he had to face his fear right there.
So you remember how Joe was talking about massacring people that are assholes around Halloween? Who would you massacre here, Joe?
What do you mean?
If you had to massacre one of us, who would it be?
Why would I want to massacre you guys? I wouldn't do that. That's so mean.
Man, still a gentle soul after all of that. That's
I
great.
know, because it's you're in my circle. If you're in my
All right.
circle, you're safe.
All right, if you had to massacre one of us or admit Tom Brady's the GOAT, who would you massacre?
That motherfucker that took your candy, right?
That motherfucker that took my candy. Thank you, Chris.
Harakiri, got it.
All right, so that wraps up the More You Know this week. It was a long segment, but it was good stuff. Thanks for playing along, boys.
Sweet. All right, we're gonna move on down to our what the fucks before we rando it up. Do you guys have any what the fucks this week?
What the fuck, Call of Duty, Battle Pass bullshit. So, had a nice lengthy post about this. So, you guys remember we were saying, well, there's always something that comes after. Loot boxes are going to phase out because nobody likes those, but it's going to be replaced with something worse. So I had a long explanation, a conversation with Jason Teeter on Facebook saying, because he was like, oh, I don't know, I support Battle Pass. I was like, well, okay, loot boxes, I don't have to buy them. I can earn them by progressing through the game level at a time and potentially unlock everything. Yes, it's random. Yes, I get no say. Overwatch, I can get money from duplicates and purchase what I want.
Yeah.
But everything's available. I can unlock, potentially, it's random, all the items in the game. Battle Pass, there are 2 tiers to Battle Passes. There's the free tier. You get an item once every 5, 10 levels, whatever. Then there's the paid tier. You get an item every level, but you're paying for it. Sure, you know what you're getting. You still have to progress through the game to earn it, and you have to pay to get all the good shit. I can get all the good shit in a loot box. So to me, in a way, loot boxes are not as... Maybe. There you go, Chris. There's a chance. I don't have to pay money to potentially get the thing I want. Battle passes are season, so every month and a half there's a new one, and you have to pay for the new one every month and a half to be able to unlock all the good shit. So, in my opinion, loot boxes are a lesser of 2 evils, because I don't have to spend money on loot boxes. I can earn everything that's available, whereas Battle Pass, yeah, there's a free tier, but you don't get you get something every 6 levels, and it's generally not the same as what you even get on that 6th level of the first tier. Paid premium Battle Passes, don't get me wrong, I'm paying for it in Call of Duty. You have to pay for it every month and a half. Joe?
Okay, so you said you don't have to pay for loot boxes. You don't have to pay for the battle pass if you don't want it. You would still buy a loot box to maybe get the gun that you want. Maybe get that unicorn MP5. Like in Black Ops. No, I know. I know, but you earned that in Black Ops.
But there was no extra tier. I didn't have to pay extra for that battle pass.
Right, I know. But it's the same thing. I mean, if you're not going to buy the loot boxes, then don't buy the battle pass and just stick with the base shit all the way through the game.
But what I'm saying is with the loot boxes, I have a chance to get everything that's available.
But you have to buy each individual loot box. But with the battle pass, you buy it one battle pass, and if you play it, you earn everything as you play. And if they do anything like Fortnite does, I'm learning this by experience because I buy battle passes for both of my sons. I buy it for both of my kids. Okay, you buy it once, but when you buy the battle pass, it gives you the opportunity to earn enough money to buy the next battle pass, to where you're not spending cash every new season.
That's true.
So if you buy the battle pass the first time and you save all of your virtual money as you earn it, if you go through to level 100 or however many tiers, you'll have enough money or currency to earn the next battle pass, which will be free. So you just keep doing that unless there's something that comes out like a special event like Overwatch. You want the Halloween skins, so you will spend the money and get the skins or get whatever weapon you want.
But you still have the ability to get those items for free by playing the game.
Yeah.
Whereas Battle Pass, yeah, I can play the game, but I'm not going to get the same stuff that someone paid and they can get.
But the price for the one battle pass, does that equal how many loot boxes do you have to buy to potentially get what you want? Whereas
but I don't have to buy any.
No, I'm saying just not in Overwatch, but I'm saying in general, you buy the battle pass once. Is the price for that one battle pass going to be cheaper than however many times it is that you're buying for loot boxes? Like in Rocket League, to buy the keys to open the loot boxes, you're going to spend more money in keys to open those loot boxes than you would just to buy the pass.
But you're in Rocket League, and Rocket League is bullshit because they make you buy keys.
Well, not anymore. They changed it. But I'm saying, I just used it for an example. But like Fortnite actually has skins that you can buy that aren't included in the battle pass.
Yeah, and that's how they make you spend your battle pass money for the next free battle pass. So then it's no longer free.
You're going to spend money regardless, Chris.
I look at this as a double-edged sword. Okay, what's more expensive, a maybe or a certain? Maybe, I don't know. You could actually gamble and possibly get it for cheaper, but it could keep continuing and going until you get it.
Or you can get it for free.
Not necessarily.
I'm just talking about how they did it. It's the same fucking thing, to be honest. It's a certain and a maybe. What's more expensive to you? It could go crazy amounts of money with loot boxes, or it could be the expensive price of the certain price. That's how I look at it. So,
John, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
If it doesn't affect the game, like it's not...
it doesn't.
If it's all cosmetic stuff, then I wouldn't pay for it. It's... Whether it's the battle pass or a loot box, cosmetic stuff, probably wouldn't pay for it. Even in Overwatch, I don't think I'll ever buy a loot box again.
But you're able to unlock all the content through the game.
Yes.
With Overwatch.
Yes, and I like that.
You will not be able to do that with Call of Duty unless you buy the battle pass.
I won't buy the battle pass. It doesn't matter because it doesn't affect the gameplay.
They may offer, well, they say they offer base weapons.
So is that base as in it doesn't have cool colors? Doesn't have the unicorn skin? Or is it...
I think it may
modify your weapon the same way you could if you got the battle pass.
From what I'm reading,
that's the case, that's bullshit.
From what I'm reading, it's like you won't get certain attachments.
That's not what I got out of it.
That's what I said. That's what in the article said. It's base weapons for free, but to get premium weapons and attachments, you would have to get the battle pass.
But to me, the premiums are bedazzled skin stuff.
We'll see.
That we will. Damn your echo.
Yeah, we got echo now.
Awesome. Fuck.
That's all I got.
I got a what the fuck. Chris? Chris?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Echo?
No echoes. Echo's gone.
Yeah.
Yay, good job, Chris. My what the fuck?
You're still recording though, right?
Yes.
We're both still recording. The Patriots are overrated. That's my what the fuck. Okay, everybody's jumping on the fucking Patriot. Yes, I'm opening up this can of worms. Let's do this. Ding, ding, ding. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Who have the Patriots faced in the first 7 games of the year?
Nobody.
Thank you, Miguel. Same thing with the fucking Cowboys. The Cowboys are overrated. They haven't faced anybody. Jesus Christ. They showed the statistic during the game yesterday.
I think Miguel's upset. Didn't they just lose to the Cowboys?
The Eagles
did. Fuck you, Joe.
Sorry, Miguel. I'm sorry. But that was Doug Peterson's fault because he jinxed it, guaranteeing a win against the Cowboys. Anyway, what I'm saying is the Patriots are overrated. They haven't played anybody. Oh, their defense is so great. They almost lost to the Buffalo Bills by 6 points. It was 10-16. That's the closest margin that they had in all of the games that they played so far. Okay, they haven't played anybody. And they showed that last night during the game, Monday Night Football against the Jets. They said the first 6 opponents that they've placed or that they faced, their record was like 13-20 or something like that. And then they said the next 6 opponents are actually all winning teams. So if the Patriots win the next 6 games, then I'll shut up.
Probably not.
Exactly. I think they're going to lose against the Ravens.
No,
I think
no.
that,
I mean, you won't shut up.
well, no, I'll just change my argument to fuck Tom
There you
Brady
go.
and he's not the GOAT. But anyway, yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm not a part of anything that's got to do with New England. I will praise the team. I will praise but I won't praise Tom Brady. Fuck him. And Bill Belichick is savage because that penalty bullshit that he did to run down the clock last night and that little smile on his face, karma's the bitch, you old fuck. Just wait. Okay? Just wait. That's all I'm going to say.
Sound like a salty Jets fan.
Hey, you know what? He keeps that shit up. It's going to be the salty NFL. All of the NFL fans are going to be that way. So I'm not going to say anything about the 49ers because I think they're legit. I don't know. I think it would be great to see the Patriots and the Niners in the Super Bowl and have Jimmy Garoppolo beat Bill Belichick and Tom Brady and say, suck a macaque, and then have Richard Sherman be like, you mad, bro? You know, that's just me.
But isn't Garoppolo a product of Brady? Or not Brady, of Belichick?
Actually, no, because he played what, 1 game, 2 games? Yes, he got picked up by the Patriots, but he never played. I think he played maybe 1 game as a Patriot, and then they let him go.
But all of his training has to be with the Patriots because they picked him up. So he's followed.
But he's not a product of Belichick. He's a product of the quarterback coach that trains Tom Brady. I don't remember what the old man's name was, but
yeah.
But that's my what the fuck. Another what the fuck. Sorry. Let's not talk about my quarterback, okay? It's my quarterback, man. Don't talk about my quarterback like that. Yeah.
Lieutenant Dandy Reed and Forrest Mahomes.
Anyway, he's nothing's torn, nothing's major damage. He'll be back. So that's it. Anybody else?
Nothing.
Another what the fuck?
Nope, I'm good.
So I have a what the fuck on my. This has to do. I'm gonna leave my sports related one out for just a second. This one has to do with my cell phone. So the other day, I had a great morning. Waking up in the morning, my oldest daughter, had woken up about 9:30. I was able to sleep in. And what was crazy about my cell phone, and the reason I say this is, I was excited. I was like, sweet. I had this great morning where my daughter slept in her crib the whole time and everything. So I sent a text to my wife and I said, awesome morning. Arissa woke up in her crib at like 9:30. Well, my phone didn't autocorrect and I didn't pay attention to the autocorrect, but the autocorrect said that she woke up out of her crib at 9:30. It changed from in to out. I didn't pay attention to that, and Jackie she freaked out like she fell out of her crib, and she was laying on the floor until like 9:30 in the morning. But I didn't pay attention to the text. I was like, why is she freaking out? She's like, oh my God, is everything okay? I'm like, why are you freaking out? And I said, and I was joking around. I'm like, yeah, come home quick. And I sent an LOL, like an LOL face to her and everything. And then she's like, oh my God, she called me right away. And she's like, is she okay? Is she okay? And I'm like, what did you not understand about my text? And then she said, you said that she fell asleep out of her crib. And then I looked at it, I'm like, my fucking phone changed it from in to out. That's so stupid. So
I don't know if you can blame the phone.
Yeah.
I swear
that is a stretch for an autocorrect.
I don't know what, I swear to God I typed in and it switched it to out. So But whatever, regardless of that, it was a what the fuck to my phone at least because I think my phone fucked up.
I'm kind of.
It could have been me that fucked up that switched
I'm
in my
also.
brain, maybe, but
I'm also kind of confused as to why she freaked out when the text message started with "Great morning." I doubt you would say "Great morning." She fell out of her crib.
she probably
Sarcasm.
was being sarcastic, like, "Oh, like great morning."
Oh,
Fell out, you know what I mean, out of her crib. So she took it that way too, and I was like, "Son of a bitch!" So I freaked her out, and everything was cool after I explained it over the phone. That it was
she was ready to cut you.
mistext or whatever happened. It was pretty fucked up, but funny at the same time. So everything was good on that front. As far as sports is concerned, with my good old Cardinals, I'm just sick and tired of this fan base. The fan base is I don't know. Cardinal fans need to shut the fuck up.
Does that mean that Chris is going to become a Patriot fan?
You could be a
No.
Seahawks fan. I'll take you.
No. I'm not saying that.
I'll accept you.
I love my Cardinals and I understand what's going on with everything. So there's a lot of fans that are upset about the David Johnson fantasy football thing. I get it. We're playing fantasy football. We're gambling. A lot of people are upset that Kingsbury's game plan was to sit out David Johnson because he felt like he looked weird when he started the game. And everybody decided because they said that he was active and he was ready to play. But when he did his first like 2 touches, he said he looked like he wasn't able to run. So they put in Chase Edmonds. Chase Edmonds killed it. And there's a bunch of fans that are upset about that. We're gambling. Who gives a fuck?
Shit. It's fantasy football.
No, the Cardinals do not give a fuck about fantasy football or anybody's fucking team.
Yeah.
But there's so many whiny bitches out there like, oh, you didn't play David. It's just, I'm sick and tired of reading the bullshit from Cardinal fans. They need to shut the fuck up. This is football, not fantasy football. I get it that my team got fucked up. Yes, I lost because of it too, but I don't care. Whatever. Plus, I'm in the lead, so it don't matter. Miguel.
Ha, Joe. So yeah, I am by no means a Cardinals fan, but I had Kyler Murray playing, and I was kind of watching that game, and I kept seeing the running touchdowns, and I was like, "Fuck, god damn it, stop it!" But I mean, I wasn't like the way you're making out the Cardinal fans to be over David Johnson, as far as not getting points. I was just like, oh well, another rushing touchdown. Fuck.
Yeah, who cares? Whatever. Yeah, it's a son of a bitch. Fuck it. Who cares? Joe?
Stay off of the fucking boards.
Yeah. You know what I did Sunday night?
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Don't even start. Just don't click on it.
Unfollow.
Don't unfollow. Just don't click on the article because you know there's going to be bitches and haters and all that shit on those boards. Don't fall into the trap. Just keep scrolling.
It's just annoying, dude. That's
just keep scrolling.
John has a valid point. Unfollow. That is the right thing to do. Joe, it doesn't like detach you from that group. It just stops it from being on your feed. I did that Sunday night before the game started because the Philadelphia fan base drives me fucking nuts. So before the game even started, because I'm scrolling in between plays because there's nothing going on in between plays. Fuck you, Joe. I silenced the Philadelphia fan group because I was just going to get pissed off regardless of how things go. So I unsilenced it afterward, and it's still stupid, but it isn't driving me crazy during the game.
Probably have to do that.
Yeah.
Those are my what the fucks for the week. So we're going to move on down to Rando since, John, you don't have anything, correct?
Nope.
All right, cool. We're going to move on to Rando shit. Who's got Rando shit this week? Joe, go for it, buddy.
All right, on the Netflix front, I watched Living with Yourself with Paul Rudd, and I actually the most the thing that's causing the most commotion right now is in the first episode of Living with Yourself. Paul Rudd goes to a massage parlor. Guess who walks out of the massage parlor with a grin on his face?
Robert Kraft.
Tom Brady. So everybody's like, oh, Tom is taking a dig at Robert Kraft, and Tom Brady responds as, no, it wasn't. How dare you? I'm better than this. And fuck you, Tom Brady. You did it. Admit it, and you can go fuck yourself. So, yeah, it's a weird show. Paul Rudd. It the first episode. I only watched one episode, but it's just like what the fuck. But yeah. As far as any other rando shit, the Star Wars trailer. Bought tickets. I'm ready to go. Thursday, December 19th, 6 o'clock. I'll be there with my boys.
Cinnamon?
Huh? No,
Cineone?
Cineone's already sold out. So we got just a regular theater. I didn't want to do 3D because I've seen Star Wars in 3D and it's whatever. But I'll be there with my boys, repping the dark side. However the outcome is, I will be crying probably like a little bitch, just like I was in Endgame. But yeah, here it is, Star Wars. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Joe, have you watched any more of Letterkenny?
I did watch one more episode. So I watched the episode where I guess his ex, he beat the shit out of the boyfriend and was like, I don't fight. And then he like took a drink of some liquor and started kicking everybody's ass.
Yeah,
So,
he's the toughest guy in Letterkenny.
yeah, so that's where I left off. And I was like, all right, I'm going to end it on this and moving on. So, yeah. I've got quite a few episodes to catch up on.
Yeah, it's on season 7.
I know. Anybody else?
Miguel, did you watch Letterkenny?
I watched like an episode and a half. It's funny. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of Canadian comedy.
You watch Super Troopers?
It's not Canadian. Shut up, Joe.
You want to go get some biscuits and gravy?
We talk about Canada, but I mean, it's a little bit of a language barrier.
Okay.
To me, it's like a edgy. I don't know if you guys you don't have to admit it, but Gilmore Girls is like this, where it's like constant, like line after line after line after line after line. There is no breath between dialogue. It's just like, and when you finally, if you're quick-witted enough to get each individual wit and punchline, and it's just constant laughter because you don't want to laugh too hard because you'll miss the next joke. But that's how, to me, that's what Letterkenny is. It's just like blah 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 blah. But it's like pun after pun after pun after pun after pun, and then when the scene breaks, then you can take a breath, and then the next scene starts, and you start laughing again. So that's just John. I get it. It's funny, hilarious. I love it. So I'm gonna keep watching it until Disney Plus comes out. Oh, and fuck you, Verizon. All the Verizon people will get a year of Disney Plus for free after I've already fucking paid for it. Verizon just
Can't you stack it?
I don't know if you can or not, but Verizon just announced that if you have Verizon, you will have Disney Plus free for a year. I think it's a year.
Get the code from them and just input it, and it should stack on top of your.
I'm gonna try and see. So that's all I got.
Well, I've got some rando talk about. We got an email from a faithful listener I'd like to pay tribute to, by Alan Nicholas DeLucio. So Nick sent us right. He sent us an email, and this is his email. So he said, "I message you fucks on Facebook. Y'all say nothing but bitch about getting emails. Yeah, okay. And fuck you, Chris and John and Miguel. And for shits and giggles, fuck you, Joe. Oh, and fuck the Arizona Cardinals, except Fitz, because he made a spelling correction here, Nick. You might want to check your spelling because you said because made respect for Fitz, made respect for that dude. Mad respect. I get it. You put an E on the end of mad. But anyways, you got mad respect for Fitz, just like everybody. He's a classy guy. I get it.
Probably because he has him on his fantasy team.
And then he said, but the rest of them, fuck them. So, and then he said, go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
I did send a reply to him because
Okay.
I don't know if Joe, you covered this on the news, but he had a article that he sent us through Facebook from Unilad, was the source.
Mm-hmm.
And it pretty much talked about how Sony is now covering all crossplay. They're open for crossplay. They're no longer in beta. I believe you covered that on the news. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Were they
they're
open beta?
but it's rumored right now that they're saying that they're opening up the possibility to have backwards compatibility all the way to PS1.
No.
Rumored.
Crossplay, not backwards compatibility.
Sorry, I got that confused. Crossplay, yeah, we covered that.
We did, right?
Yep.
We covered crossplay is open now for any game that wants to unlock it for all systems. All systems go, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, and I pretty much told him that we covered that in the news, so that's why we didn't mention his source. But thank you, Nick, for listening in. And I also said, "P.S. Fuck the Hawks," but that's from me, as a
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks.
I don't give a shit, but thanks for the shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Thanks for the email, Nick.
Yeah, thanks for the email, buddy. We really do appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, I'm sorry if I get a message on Facebook Messenger, kind of like random invites from Xbox, I kind of ignore it. And saw it was you. I was waiting for someone else to respond, and then I forgot about it. So just being honest. John doesn't have access to that account.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I had mentioned it because I knew Joe covered it in the news, and I was like, all right, we're covered on that subject, but should have said kudos and thank you to Nick, so appreciate it. And I will have that Tomb Raider t-shirt out. It's been super late on that, so you'll get that here soon, buddy. Go Cards.
Whoa, John, you
Go
got
Hawks.
like pixel confetti there on your feed. Oh yeah, did you ever send Jason his box of swag?
We never got to give that over to John. We totally forgot. We got drunk. Sorry, Jason.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll send it to him through the mail. I'll ship it over to you guys.
yeah. John looks like Picasso on my screen right now. So
He looks fine on mine.
Those of you watching the YouTube feed, sorry, this is my feed, but John looks like Picasso and he's pixelated like a motherfucker. Anyway,
Your internet sucks.
Whatever.
It's okay. Elon Musk is fixing that.
I hope to God he is. He's a fucking genius.
I saw something about his plan is to launch like 20,000 satellites that will provide the world with super fast Wi-Fi, or not Wi-Fi, but internet. Neat. Everywhere, Chris. Everywhere.
Yes. Finally. That'd be great.
Except for your house.
Yeah.
Except in Williams. He said, fuck Williams. Yeah.
That'll be the red zone right there. That won't do anything. Sweet.
It's ground zero for the zombie apocalypse where there's no internet.
Yep. Anyways, that was my rando shit. Does anybody else have any rando shit before we close this thing down? Nope. All right. So this is going to be this is a Halloween episode. This is episode 148. This is Chris. I am out. Peace.
This is John. I'm going to go take a shower. I'm out.
This is Miguel. We go eat.
It's Joe.
Play Overwatch.
I'm going to go eat and get ready for my Tool concert tomorrow, bitches.
Woo!
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Game on.
Gamer Talk Podcast, Season fucking 2.